Round of applause as they rush towards the landing zone in a hair-raising flare landing.
Coming in next is the Akashganga team flag being flown by Sergeant Khakal. As you can see, the team flag depicts the members of the team flying the huge tricolor flag with Akashganga's name embossed on it. Please give a huge round of applause.
छीन के ले जाएंगे अब ना छोड़ेंगे ना छोड़ेंगे जीतेंगे ये हमसे देख रहे जो ख्वाब अब हम तोड़ेंगे अब आएंगे ना बाज हम मिट्टी में मिला दे आज हम ये सर पे तेरे गुरूर है जो छाया अब आएंगे ना बाज हम मिट्टी में मिला दे आज हम ये सर पे तेरे गुरूर है जो छाया रोको ना सपनों के तूफानों को रोको ना जज्बों की उड़ानों को रोको ना
Depicting the unity in diversity, joining their hands together in the multicolored canopies are two jumpers flying in their canopies joined together. This complicated maneuver is called a hand plane. They are linked with the help of their hands in an exhausting and physically demanding maneuver. Look straight ahead as they de-link and land individually. Ladies and gentlemen, look straight ahead as the jumpers have de-linked. This maneuver is being performed by Wing Commander S.S. Datta and Warrant Officer Vishal Verma. Both the jumpers have a staggering 1000 plus and 1200 jumps respectively. Please put your hands together for these jumpers.
लैंडिंग के लिए अगला कदम 3 कैनोपी स्टैक फॉर्मेशन का है, जिसे ट्रायो के नाम से जाना जाता है। ये बेहद जटिल पैंतरेबाजी टीम के सबसे अनुभवी पैरा जंपर्स द्वारा की जा रही है। ताकत और साहस को दर्शाते हुए केसरिया छत्र उड़ाने वाले JWO पवन इंदौरा हैं। सफेद छत्र उड़ाते हुए शांति, एकता और सच्चाई का प्रतीक MWO कृष्णा है। भूमि उर्वरता वृद्धि और शुभता को दर्शाते हुए हरी छतरी उड़ाते हुए MWO नरेश हैं। तो देवियों और सज्जनों, तालियों की गड़गड़ाहट से इनका स्वागत कीजिए।
Ladies and gentlemen, we hope you enjoyed the display as much as we enjoyed performing it for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, in a short while from now, the personnel of the Indian Air Force prestigious Air Warriors drill team will march in before you for a scintillating display of drill and daring as per the motto, drill to thrill. I now hand over the mic to the Air Warriors drill team commentator, LAC Nitesh Kumar, to enlighten you about the various maneuvers performed by the team.
देश पुकारे जब सबको, सुख दुख बांटे एक समान, नीली वर्दी वालों का दल बढ़ता आगे सीना तान, बढ़ता आगे सीना तान। सुप्रभात देवियों एवं सज्जनों, मैं एलएसी नितेश नभः स्पृशः दीप्तम के आदर्श वाक्यों पर कायम भारतीय वायुसेना की अद्वितीय एवं अनोखी वायु योद्धा कवायद टोली अर्जन की अविश्वसनीय प्रस्तुति का मार्गदर्शन करूंगा। ये टीम अपने 20 वर्षों की शानदार सफर में देश ही नहीं अपितु विदेशों में भी बेहतरीन प्रदर्शन करके भारतीय वायुसेना एवं अपने राष्ट्र का परचम लहराया है। आज आपके समक्ष वायु योद्धा कवायद टोली अर्जन प्रदर्शन करेगी। ये टीम स्वर्गीय मार्शल ऑफ इंडियन एयरफोर्स अर्जन सिंह डिस्टिंग्विश्ड फ्लाइंग क्रॉस पद्म विभूषण को श्रद्धांजलि के तौर पर समर्पित है, जिन्होंने अपना पूरा जीवन एक सच्चे सैनिक, एक महान व्यक्तित्व एवं एक निपुण मार्गदर्शक के रूप में व्यतीत किया है। वे सैन्य पीढ़ियों के लिए सदैव ही आदर्श रहेंगे। इस टीम का आदर्श वाक्य है ड्रिल टू थ्रिल। देवियों एवं सज्जनों, दिल थाम के बैठिए, क्योंकि अब नीली वर्दी में सुसज्जित ये वायु सैनिक अपनी राइफल के करतबों से आपको ताली बजाने पर मजबूर कर देंगे। इस टीम की पहली फॉर्मेशन वर्गाकार फॉर्मेशन है। अब टीम यहां से आगे बढ़ते हुए अपनी कवायद क्षमता को आपके नजदीक आकर प्रदर्शित करेगी। देवियों एवं सज्जनों, ध्यान से देखिए किस प्रकार से टीम वर्गाकार फॉर्मेशन से डब्ल्यू फॉर्मेशन में बेहद ही बारीकी से कूच कर रही है। असीम अभ्यास एवं परिश्रम करने के पश्चात ये टीम जटिल गतिविधियों को संयुक्त रूप से प्रदर्शित कर रही है। टीम अब डब्ल्यू फॉर्मेशन में मार्च करते हुए कठिन प्रक्रिया का प्रदर्शन करेगी, जिसमें वायु योद्धा बिना देखे ही राइफल को अपने पीछे चल रहे साथी की ओर फेंकेंगे। एक बार जोरदार तालियों के साथ इन सभी वायु योद्धाओं का अभिवादन करें। इस बीच एलएसी अमन आगे बढ़कर उच्च स्तरीय एकल कवायद का प्रदर्शन करेंगे, जो कि निरंतर अभ्यास, मानसिक एवं शारीरिक तालमेल और अदम्य साहस का संयोजन है। अगली फॉर्मेशन है रोम्बस फॉर्मेशन। देवियों एवं सज्जनों, आपको यह जानकर हैरानी होगी, क्योंकि जो राइफल इन वायु योद्धाओं के हाथ में खिलौने के समान प्रतीत हो रहा है, उसका वजन 5.5 किलो है तथा इसके मुख पर अपने एक प्रहार से त्वचा को चीर देने वाली अत्यंत ही नुकीली संगीन अथवा बैनेट है। द्वंद कहां तक पाला जाए, युद्ध कहां तक टाला जाए, तू वंशज है राणा का, फेंक जहां तक भाला जाए। देवियों और सज्जनों, अब समय है कि आपको अब तक के सबसे कठिन और लुभावने करतब को पेश किया जाए, जिसमें वायु योद्धा बिना देखे अपने पीछे खड़े साथी को राइफल फेंकेंगे। एक बार जोरदार तालियों के साथ इनका मनोबल बढ़ाएं। आपको ये जानकर हैरानी होगी कि इनके मध्य 12 फीट की दूरी है। अगली फॉर्मेशन है इंक्लाइन लाइन फॉर्मेशन, जिसमें वायु योद्धा आपसी तालमेल एवं अत्यंत ही लुभावनी राइफल करतबों को प्रस्तुत करेंगे। देवियों एवं सज्जनों, ध्यान से देखिए इन लहरों को, जो वायु योद्धा की तत्परता एवं एकाग्रता का परिणाम है। कवायद अनुशासन और प्रशिक्षण की तीव्रता का प्रतीक है। ये वर्दी में गर्व की भावना को इंगित करता है। इसलिए हम कह सकते हैं कि अनुशासन और कवायद सशस्त्र सेनाओं की जीवन शैली है। देवियों एवं सज्जनों, अपनी नजरों को एक क्षण के लिए भी राइफल से ना हटाएं, क्योंकि अब आप देखेंगे कि कितने अनोखे अंदाज में ये एक दूसरे को राइफल स्थानांतरित करेंगे। टीम अब 4 लाइन फॉर्मेशन का निर्माण करेगी। ये कहने की जरूरत नहीं है कि कवायद न केवल व्यक्ति में धीरज के स्तर को बढ़ाता है, बल्कि उनके मुकाबला करने की क्षमता एवं प्रभावशीलता को भी अधिकृत करता है। देवियों एवं सज्जनों, एक बार फिर टीम आपको हैरतअंगेज करतबों से अचंभित करते हुए बिना देखे ही अपने पीछे खड़े साथी को राइफल फेंकेंगे। एक बार जोरदार तालियां इन जाबाजों के लिए। और एक बार फिर से हमारे बीच आ गए हैं एलएसी अमन, जो कि अपनी उत्कृष्ट श्रेणी की राइफल कवायद का प्रदर्शन करेंगे। टीम अब अर्धवृत्ताकार फॉर्मेशन में प्रदर्शन कर रही है, ताकि आप निकट से कवायद का अनुभव ले सकें। ये टीम शून्य त्रुटि गतिविधि के साथ मनोहर ढंग से प्रदर्शन कर रही है। एक बार जोरदार तालियों से इनका अभिवादन करें। आज की टीम का प्रतिनिधित्व कर रहे हैं एलएसी रंजय। टीम की अगली फॉर्मेशन सकेंद्रित फॉर्मेशन है, जो कि अभिमन्यु के चक्रव्यूह के समान प्रतीत होता है। इस टीम के प्रभारी अफसर विंग कमांडर कुणाल खन्ना, दल संचालक स्क्वाड्रन लीडर हेमंत सिंह कान्याल और उनके कुशल प्रशिक्षकों जूनियर वारंट ऑफिसर राज्यवर्धन उपाध्याय। जूनियर वारंट ऑफिसर अनिल कुमार भगत एवं जूनियर वारंट ऑफिसर रमेश बाबू ने इस टीम को उच्च स्तरीय दर्जे तक लाने के लिए कठिन परिश्रम किया है। टीम अब अपनी अंतिम और सबसे कठिन फॉर्मेशन बनाने जा रही है, जो कि टनल फॉर्मेशन है, जिसमें टीम लीडर अपने साथियों की कवायद क्षमता और योग्यता की परीक्षा लेंगे, जो कि आज का सबसे रोमांचक क्षण होगा। ये कठिन परिश्रम बेहतरीन मानसिक एवं शारीरिक तालमेल और अपनी एवं अपने साथियों की योग्यता पर विश्वास का प्रतीक है। भारत माता के शीश मुकुट की शान हूं मैं, करोड़ों भारतीयों का अभिमान हूं मैं, मां भारती की रक्षा में प्राण न्यौछावर करता इस भारत का वीर जवान हूं मैं। देवियों और सज्जनों, एक बार फिर से हमारे वायु योद्धा के अविश्वसनीय कवायद का तालियों से अभिवादन करें। जय हिंद।
Ladies and gentlemen, as the Air Warriors drill team marches out, you can now see the Akash Ganga team marching in from your left.
हम टीम आगे बढ़ेगी। नहीं बट आकाश गंगा टीम रिपोर्टिंग सर।
Commander S.S. Datta will now introduce the team members to the Deputy Commandant. The team members are MWO Krishna Chaitanya, Warrant Officer Vishal Verma, Warrant Officer Shantanu, JWO Naresh Babu, JWO Pavan Indora, Sergeant N. Khakal, Sergeant A.K. Shivaran, Sergeant Sandeep Pandey. Ladies and gentlemen, please give them a huge round of applause.
बोलो छतरी माता की जय। जैन साहब आकाशगंगा बाएं चलेगी, बाएं बट बाएं तेज चल।
भारतीय वायुसेना ने शौर्य के आज तक अपने सिद्धांत नभः स्पर्शम दीप्तम टच द स्काई विद ग्लोरी को निभाया है। इस सिद्धांत को श्रीमद् भगवत गीता के 11वें अध्याय से लिया गया है। महाभारत के महायुद्ध के दौरान
ప్లేయర్ ఆఫ్ ద మ్యాచ్ ట్రోఫీ ఎక్కడుంది?
Hey TVS, take me to the nearest ice cream place. TVS IQ, India's favorite family EV. దీనిని మరొక విధంగా చెప్పాలంటే మీ పెద్ద కలలకు ఒక మంచి ఆరంభం. ఇప్పుడు 94,999 నుంచి మాత్రమే ప్రారంభం.
आज तक व्याप्त है, जो अर्जुन के मन में भय और आत्मनियंत्रण की कमी उत्पन्न कर देती है। इसी समय बोले गए एक श्लोक नभः स्पर्शम दीप्तमने कर्वणम व्यतात्ननम दीप्त विशाल नेत्रम दृष्ट्वा हि त्वाम प्रविथितांतरात्मा धृतिम न विन्दामनी शनम चा विष्णु से वायुसेना ने अपना सिद्धांत लिया है। इसका अर्थ है, हे विष्णु, आकाश को स्पर्श करने वाले दे दीप्तिमान अनेक वर्णों से युक्त तथा फैलाए हुए मुख और प्रकाशमान विशाल नेत्रों से युक्त आपको देखकर भयभीत अतः करण वाला मैं धीरज और शांति नहीं पाता हूं। नभः स्पर्शम दीप्तम के अपने सिद्धांत के अनुरूप भारतीय वायुसेना राष्ट्र की रक्षा में आंतरिक शक्ति का प्रयोग करते हुए शत्रुओं का दमन करने का लक्ष्य करती है। भारतीय वायुसेना ने दशकों से असाधारण निपुणता का परिचय दिया है। उन्होंने राष्ट्र को सुरक्षित किया है और आपदाओं के दौरान उल्लेखनीय कार्य क्षमता दिखाई है।
After the thrilling skydiving display by the Akash Ganga skydiving team and the daredevilry of the Air Warrior drill team, ladies and gentlemen, in a short while from now, today's parade, consisting of flight cadets who would be commissioned today, will be forming up in front of you. While we await the commencement of the graduation parade, we would take this opportunity to briefly acquaint you with the training pattern of the trainees who are going to be awarded the President's Commission today.
In January 2023, 41 trainees joined the PFTC at Flying Faculty. These are direct entry flight cadets of the flying branch selected through CDSE or FCAT. In June 2023, they were joined by flight cadets from National Defense Academy. Together, a total of 117 flight cadets of 213 pilots course of permanent and short service commission for men and women commenced ab initio flying training on PC-7 aircraft. After successful completion of the stage 1 training phase, some of the flight cadets moved to Air Force Station Hakimpet for their stage 2 training at the fighter training wing, where they flew the Hindustan Jet Trainer 16 Kiran aircraft. On successful completion of their training, The trainees have now been trifurcated into the fighter, transport, and helicopter stream. After completion of their respective Stage 3 training, these officers will join the frontline operational squadrons of the Indian Air Force. Today, 101 trainees of the flying branch would get their wings.
The next group of aviators being commissioned today are the trainees of 213 Ab Initio Navigation Course. Today, 2 trainees of the navigation branch would be commissioned. Their training was conducted at the Navigation Training School located at Air Force Station Begumpet. It is also pertinent to mention that 80 flight cadets of 213 pilots course who had joined AFA after completing their training at the National Defense Academy have also received their BTech degree in Applied Electronics and Communication from Jawaharlal Nehru University. Apart from them, first batch of 17 flight cadets from National Defense Academy who were inducted into the engineering branch have received BTech honors in Applied Electronics from Jawaharlal Nehru University. Their training was conducted at Air Force Technical College, Jalahalli.
Ladies and gentlemen, may we draw your kind attention to your right to witness the solemn moments of the Nishan uncasing drill, wherein the President's color of the Academy is being honored and prepared by Nishan Toli to be paraded today.
The President's color has its history engraved in the ancient Indian traditions. In ancient times, whenever any military unit marched, they carried a flag of the respective king to demonstrate their king's supremacy. The flag was very significant, as if the army lost its flag to the hands of the enemy, it was a humiliation. And if the army captures the flag of the enemy, then it was a matter of pride, honor, and an occasion of victory. The tradition continued during the colonial rule. When the British Army moved across India, the regiments carried their version of the king or queen's flag. When India became a republic on 26 January 1950, all these versions of the king or queen's flags were laid to rest in the Indian Military Academy in Dehradun. These days, the award of President's Color is the highest honor that can be given to any military unit of the country. This is the ultimate acknowledgement of the unit's commendable service since its formation. Although today the units have stopped carrying the color into battles, the tradition to receive, hold, and parade with the color during ceremonial parades is still prevalent in the armed forces. When they march by, they carry with them the living spirit of the military formation or unit. 10 September 1975 was a red letter day in the short annals of this academy, which had the proud privilege of being the first non-combat unit of the Indian Air Force to receive colors from Shri Fakhruddin Ali Ahmed, the then Honorable President of India, at a parade commanded by Air Commodore Lakshman Madhav Rao Katre, AVSM, who later became Chief of the Air Staff.
The Nishan Toli comprises of 6 flight cadets who are specially selected for the occasion. Today, the Nishan Toli is being led by Flight Cadet Mehakdeep Singh, who is also bearing the Nishan with Flight Cadet Rajendra Singh. The Nishan is being escorted by Flight Cadet Divyansh Nagyal, Flight Cadet Abhishek Patel, Flight Cadet Rishank Badhoria, and Flight Cadet Anubhav Kumar.
Ladies and gentlemen, the parade is about to commence, and in a short while, the sounding of the bugle will herald the beginning of the combined graduation parade.
Ladies and gentlemen, keep looking ahead as the parade is now marching in, keeping in step with the famous tune of Northern Border. Look at their faces filled with pride and eyes shining with determination as they put their best foot forward. They march today on their way to becoming worthy officers of the Indian Air Force. Look at the marching contingents of the flight cadet in the blue Air Force uniform, arms swinging, heels digging in, heads held high, proud of the Indian Air Force heritage and motto, touch the sky with glory. Whether in the sky or on the ground, these air warriors would approach their task with confidence, dedication, and pride.
Now, the parade adjutant, Flight Cadet Aditya Thapa, will hand over the command of the parade to the parade commander, Flight Cadet Happy Singh.
The armed forces perform parades for ceremonial purposes as a show of discipline to display the military might and to instill confidence in the country's military forces. Parade is a powerful aid to inculcate discipline and to develop a sense of military pride amongst the personnel of armed forces. The precision of parade is not only sign of a good discipline and camaraderie, but also a crucial element in raising the standards of military service.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I draw your attention to your right as the Nishan Toli is about to march in before you. When the Nishan Toli passes in front of you, all are requested to rise and those in uniform are to salute.
देवियों एवं सज्जनों, जब निशान टोली आपके सामने से गुजरती है तो आप सभी से अनुरोध है कि आप अपने स्थान पर खड़े हो जाएं और जो वर्दी में हैं वह सलामी दें। अब परेड हमारे समक्ष है। वायुसेना अकादमी के कमांडेंट, एयर ऑफिसर कमांडिंग इन चीफ प्रशिक्षण कमान और वायुसेना अध्यक्ष के आते ही परेड सभी का अभिवादन करेगी।
Ladies and gentlemen, after having introduced the flying and navigation branch in the beginning, let me now introduce to you what duty each officer of the ground duty branches who are graduating today would perform in the Indian Air Force. The administration branch flight cadets are bifurcated into fighter controllers and air traffic controllers. Today, of the 58 trainees of the administration branch, 31 would be commissioned into the Indian Air Force as air traffic controllers and 27 as fighter controllers. The logistics branch flight cadets are trained in supply chain management, procurement processes, inventory control, and spares management. 30 flight cadets of the logistics branch will get their commission today.
The accounts branch is responsible for the pay and allowances of all personnel posted at the station. They are also responsible for the efficient financial management of all the funds. Today, 10 flight cadets of the accounts branch will get their commission. The meteorology branch is responsible for providing accurate and timely weather information to support the air operations. Today, 6 cadets of meteorology branch will get their commission.
The education branch is responsible for training and professional development of Indian Air Force personnel. They develop and implement educational programs, curriculum, and training materials. 11 cadets of the education branch will get their commission today. The engineering branch is responsible for safe and efficient conduct of maintenance activities on aircraft, weapon, communication, IT, and other support systems held in the Indian Air Force. The cadets of the engineering branch are bifurcated into electrical and mechanical streams. 17 cadets of engineering branch would be getting their commission today.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. Sunita Srinivas, President, Air Force Families Welfare Association Local, has arrived. She is being received by Mrs. Himangi Joshi.
The combined graduation parade takes place twice a year at the Air Force Academy. The President's Commission is awarded to the cadets of various branches on successful completion of their training during this combined graduation parade. The major activities of CGP are to present arms to the reviewing officer and inspection of the parade by a reviewing officer. This is followed by the commissioning ceremony, felicitation of award winners, oath-taking ceremony, and the reviewing officer's address. After the Nishan Toli exits the ground, the newly commissioned officers would march past the dais in a slow march. As they march past the dais, they offer their first salute to the reviewing officer. This marks the culmination of the combined graduation parade. The planning and coordination of the combined graduation parade and related activities have been accomplished under the guidance of the CGP Secretary, Group Captain Dilip Bhalachandra Bhagwat.
देवियों एवं सज्जनों, एयर मार्शल एस श्रीनिवास अति विशिष्ट सेवा मेडल कमांडेंट वायुसेना अकादमी का आगमन हो रहा है.
Ladies and gentlemen, Air Marshal S. Srinivas, Ati Vishish Seva Medal, Commandant Air Force Academy has arrived. He is being received by Deputy Commandant Air Force Academy.
देवियों एवं सज्जनों, दीक्षांत परेड एक कैडेट के प्रशिक्षण के दौरान और उसके जीवन का एक यादगार अवसर है। दीक्षांत परेड वायुसेना अकादमी में दिए जाने वाले प्रशिक्षण के संपन्न होने का प्रमाण देती है, जिसके बाद एक कैडेट एक काबिल वायुसेना अफसर के रूप में कार्य करने के लिए पूर्ण रूप से तैयार हो जाता है। आप सभी के समक्ष प्रस्तुत परेड में मौजूद कैडेट्स को विंग कमांडर के श्रीनिवासन, सीनियर इंस्ट्रक्टर आउटडोर ट्रेनिंग, और वारंट ऑफिसर बीरेंद्र सिंह यादव, वारंट ऑफिसर इंचार्ज आउटडोर ट्रेनिंग के काबिल दल ने प्रशिक्षित किया है। Ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. Vandana Kapoor, President of our regional, has arrived. She is being received by Mrs. Sunita Srinivas. आज परेड में नंबर 1 और 3 वायुसेना के बैंड मौजूद हैं, जिसका नेतृत्व जूनियर वारंट ऑफिसर पारसनाथ शर्मा कर रहे हैं। वे एक क्वालिफाइड ड्रम मेजर हैं। वे 2010 से गणतंत्र दिवस परेड में बैंड कंटिंजेंट का नेतृत्व कर रहे हैं। इन्होंने श्रीलंका, बांग्लादेश और रशिया में इंटरनेशनल मिलिट्री म्यूजिक फेस्टिवल एंड टैटो में भाग लिया है। बैंड आज विशेष रूप से कार्यक्रम के लिए चुनी गई चुनिंदा सैन्य धुनें बजाएगा। शुरुआत में आपको निडर योद्धा और एयरफोर्स कलर्स की धुन सुनाई दी। इसके अलावा आप इवनिंग स्टार, ट्वाइलाइट, वायु शक्ति, एयर बैटल, स्पेस फ्लाइट और एस्ट्रोनॉट भी सुन सकेंगे। नवनियुक्त अधिकारी और लैंग साइन की धुन पर, जो सैनिकों की एक परिचित धुन है, धीरे चाल में मार्च करेंगे। अंत में सारे जहां से अच्छा की धुन पर बैंड मार्च करेगा। देवियों एवं सज्जनों, एयर मार्शल नगेश कपूर अति विशिष्ट सेवा मेडल, वायुसेना मेडल, एयर ऑफिसर कमांडिंग इन चीफ, प्रशिक्षण कमान का आगमन हो रहा है।
Ladies and gentlemen, Air Marshal Nagesh Kapoor, Ati Vishal Seva Medal, Vayu Sena Medal, Air Officer Commanding in Chief, Training Command, has arrived. He's being received by Commandant Air Force Academy.
आइए अब बताते हैं इस परेड में दिए जाने वाले पुरस्कारों के बारे में, ताकि आप उनके महत्व से अवगत हो। प्रेसिडेंट्स प्लैक, यह पुरस्कार पायलट कोर्स और ग्राउंड ड्यूटी कोर्स में पहले प्रशिक्षु को दिया जाता है। कंबाइंड ग्रेजुएशन परेड के दौरान पायलट कोर्स से फर्स्ट इन ऑर्डर ऑफ मेरिट घोषित किए जाने वाले कैडेट को चीफ ऑफ द एयर स्टाफ स्वॉर्ड ऑफ ऑनर समीक्षा अधिकारी द्वारा प्रदान करके सम्मानित किया जाता है।
In addition to training professional knowledge and developing skills, the Academy endeavors to teach a value system that shapes the character of graduating trainees in the best tradition of the Academy's motto, Shram Se Siddhi, which is achievement through diligence.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. Neeta Chaudhary, President of FA, has arrived. She is being received by Mrs. Vandana Kapoor and Mrs. Sunita Srinivas.
Ladies and gentlemen, we would now like to apprise you of the sequence of flypast for today's event. As the parade present arms to the reviewing officer, 3 Pilatus PC-7 Mark II aircraft led by Wing Commander Amit Bharadwaj will fly past. Later, 3 Chetak helicopters led by Wing Commander Vikramaditya Jaiswal will give an airborne salute when the cadets approach the dais in reviewing order. After the trainees are commissioned and as the first rank of officers approach the dais to salute the reviewing officer, you will see 3 Kiran aircraft fly past in formation. And as the last rank of officers approach the dais, 3 Hawk aircraft will fly past in formation. Today's fly past is being coordinated and supervised by Air Commodore Hirendra Asudhani, VM, VSM, Chief Flying Training Officer, Training Command, and Group Captain Mohit Mathur, Chief Operations Officer, Air Force Academy, and Squadron Leader Jyoti.
देवियों और सज्जनों, आज के हमारे समीक्षा अधिकारी एयर चीफ मार्शल वी आर चौधरी, परम विशिष्ट सेवा मेडल, अति विशिष्ट सेवा मेडल, वायुसेना मेडल, एड द कैंप, वायुसेना अध्यक्ष का आगमन हो रहा है।
Ladies and gentlemen, the reviewing officer for today's parade, Air Chief Marshal V.R. Chaudhary, Param Vishya Seva Medal, Ati Vishya Seva Medal, Vayu Sena Medal, Aide de Camp, Chief of the Air Staff, has arrived. He's being received by the AOCNC Training Command and Commandant, Air Force Academy.
चार मिनट आपके रजिस्टर के लिए हाजिर है श्रीमान।
The Chief of the Air Staff will now inspect the graduation parade.
Air Chief Marshal V.R. Chaudhary, Param Vishisht Seva Medal, Ati Vishisht Seva Medal, Vayu Sena Medal, Aid Camp, was born on 4 September 1962 and commissioned into the fighter stream of the Indian Air Force on 29 December 1982. He is an alumnus of the National Defense Academy. The air officer has flown various types of aircraft and is experienced on MiG-21, MiG-23 MF, and MiG-29. He has flown over 3,800 hours and was a member of the first aerobatic team on Kirans. He is a Cat A qualified flying instructor, graduate of the Defense Officer Staff College, and an instrument rating instructor and examiner. The Air Chief Marshal has a rich experience of operational flying, having undertaken numerous air defense missions during Operation Meghdoot and Operation Safed Sagar. During his illustrious career, he has held a number of field and staff appointments. He has been an Air Force examiner on several types of fighter and trainer aircrafts.
Now, introducing you to the parade commanders. The parade adjutant is Flight Cadet Aditya Thapa. Squadron commander of number 1 squadron, which is being reviewed now, is Flight Cadet Nandini Sarot. Squadron commander of number 2 squadron is Flight Cadet Akashdeep Singh. The Nishan Toli is being led by Flight Cadet Mehakdeep Singh. Squadron commander of number 3 squadron is Flight Cadet Harsimran Kaur Oberoi. Squadron commander of number 4 squadron is Flight Cadet Sahil Gusai.
The Air Chief Marshal has commanded a MiG-29 squadron and served as the Chief Operations Officer and a base commander of frontline bases in Western and Southwestern Air Commands. He has the unique distinction of being an instructor at Defense Services Staff College, Wellington, as well as Defense Services Command and Staff College at Zambia. The Air Marshal has been instrumental in enhancing operational capability as the Deputy Chief of the Air Staff, Senior Air Staff Officer, Eastern Air Command, Air Officer Commanding-in-Chief, Western Air Command, and Vice Chief of the Air Staff prior to taking over as the Chief of the Air Staff on 30 September 2021. In recognition for his meritorious service of an exceptionally high order, he was awarded the Vayu Sena Medal in January 2004, Ati Vishisht Seva Medal in January 2015, and Param Vishisht Seva Medal in January 2021. He was appointed as Principal Honorary Aide-de-Camp to the President of India with effect from 30 September 2021. The Air Chief Marshal is married to Mrs. Neeta Chaudhary and they are blessed with 2 sons.
दीक्षांत परेड को मंच से गुजरने की आज्ञा दे श्रीमान। आज्ञा है।
you can see the parade commander marching towards the left to take his position beside the parade adjutant.
जैसे ही कैडेट अपनी टोलियों के साथ आगे बढ़ रहे हैं, उससे एक विचार आता है। हर शिखर अकेले हासिल नहीं होता, साथ मिलकर चलने का साहस कोई गैर नहीं रखता। एक फौजी की पहचान सिर्फ उसके नाम से नहीं होती देवियों और सज्जनों। कभी पूछकर देखो तो अपनी टुकड़ी से वे अपना नाम और अपने कर्मों से अपनी टुकड़ी की पहचान बतलाते हैं। परेड में शामिल कैडेट अब आपके सामने मार्च करते हुए अपने कौशल, तालमेल और अनुशासन का प्रदर्शन करेंगे।
Ladies and gentlemen, when the Nishan Toli passes in front of you, all are requested to rise and those in uniform to salute.
देवियों एवं सज्जनों, जब निशान टोली आपके सामने से गुजरती है, तो आप सभी से अनुरोध है कि आप अपने स्थान पर खड़े हो जाएं और जो वर्दी में हैं, वे सलामी दें। मंच के आगे गुजरने से पहले परेड निकट लाइन से खुले लाइन में बदल जाएगी और धीमी मार्च करते हुए माननीय वायुसेना अध्यक्ष का अभिवंदन करेगी। As the marching contingent approach the dais, may I now direct your attention to the 3 Chetak helicopter formation led by Wing Commander Vikramaditya Jaiswal. Approaching from left to give an airborne salute to the wing officer.
ప్లేయర్ ఆఫ్ ద మ్యాచ్ ట్రోఫీ ఎక్కడుంది?
Hey TVS, take me to the nearest ice cream place. TVS IQ, India's
The parade would once again change formation to close order and continue with quick march to reposition in front of the dais. The band is now marching in front of you, playing the tune Vayu Shakti, composed by Air veteran Wing Commander P.K. Jena, VSM.
Parade holds great significance in armed forces. It reinforces discipline and esprit de corps and instills sense of pride in uniform. Parade is thus a way of life for the personnel in the armed forces, as it also portrays the might of the country's armed forces and level of war preparedness. Ladies and gentlemen, the confidence and pride in the marching contingent silently reflects that together we march to a new life, each step ahead of the other, not looking back but still remembering our roots, looking ahead to inculcate in others what we have learned in here. As the parade contingent marches by, arms swinging in synchronization, heels digging in. We are proud of the burning desire that the training at the Air Force Academy has kindled in these young cadets. During their training at the Air Force Academy, the trainees being commissioned today have imbibed knowledge, leadership skills, and value systems. Most importantly, they have been trained to lead with professionalism and dedication. This is in accordance with the mission of the Air Force Academy to train air warriors of highest professional, intellectual, physical, and moral caliber for a lifetime of service to the Indian Air Force and the nation. Today, these young entrants who have joined from the National Defense Academy and universities all over the country would be commissioned as worthy Indian Air Force officers who would go on to achieve the Indian Air Force motto of touch the sky with glory. After the parade halts, it would present general salute to the Chief of the Air Staff in a reviewing order.
विचार परेड, अयोगदान, पुरस्कार वितरण और शपथ ग्रहण के लिए तैयार है श्रीमान।
देवियों एवं सज्जनों, अब आप देख सकते हैं कैडेट्स आगे बढ़ते हुए पद विन्यास के लिए 3 अनुभागों में मंच के सामने खड़े होंगे। वहीं आपकी दाहिनी ओर से जूनियर कैडेट्स एयर क्रू बैचेस लिए और कमीशन होने वाले कैडेट्स के कैप के सफेद बैंड और कंधे से सफेद फ्लैशेस हटाने के लिए अपना स्थान ले रहे हैं। आज कैडेट्स के 3 अनुभागों को वायुसेना अध्यक्ष, एयर ऑफिसर कमांडिंग इन चीफ प्रशिक्षण कमांड और कमांडेंट वायुसेना अकादमी द्वारा पदवी अनुदान की जाएगी।
The trainees being commissioned today are Flying Officer Happy Singh, Flying Officer Jagbir Singh,
Flying Officer Siddharth Nehra,
Flying Officer Priyam Shankaram,
Flying Officer Kalpesh Yadav,
Flying Officer Likhit S,
Flying Officer Charanjit Singh Gill,
Flying Officer Rahul Yadav,
Flying Officer Hariom III,
Flying Officer Riddhi Lale,
Flying Officer Rohan Singh Aswal,
Flying Officer Mukul Rana,
Flying Officer Akriti Sharma,
Flying Officer Sahil Chaudhary,
Flying Officer Ritvik B. Kamath,
Flying Officer Ankur,
Flying Officer Parth Mehta,
Flying Officer Ajay Kumar,
Flying Officer Rupesh Thakur,
Flying Officer Ravikant Chaudhary,
Flying Officer Sahil,
Flying Officer Alice Mehta,
Flying Officer Abhishek Mishra,
Flying Officer Vaibhav Sharma,
Flying Officer Gaurav Lohmi,
Flying Officer Virat Jangam,
Flying Officer Ayushi Singh,
Flying Officer Ayush,
Flying Officer Param Pratik Singh,
Flying Officer Nivedita Saini,
Flying Officer Sudhir Kumar Yadav,
Flying Officer T. Hema Sundar,
Flying Officer Haroop Kaur,
Flying Officer Prince Dangi,
Flying Officer Sharifuddin Mondal,
Flying Officer Sam Emmanuel Rosario,
Flying Officer Yitender Singh,
Flying Officer Abhishek Mattu,
Flying Officer Rajat,
Flying Officer Arman Singh Sehgal,
Flying Officer Sudhir Singh,
Flying Officer Aditya Thapa,
Flying Officer Nishant Kumar Yadav,
Flying Officer Aditya N. Tripathi,
Flying Officer Nandini Sarot,
Flying Officer Harshit Guleria,
Flying Officer Ayan Mitra,
Flying Officer Piriyal Goyat,
Flying Officer Anuj Parashar,
Flying Officer Ryan Asher Pinto,
Flying Officer Arvind Singh Bohra,
Flying Officer Shripriya Modare,
Flying Officer Ayush Balyan,
Flying Officer Bharat Veshampayan,
Flying Officer Ashish Dubey,
Flying Officer Abhay Singh Thakur,
Flying Officer Harsh Malik,
Flying Officer Anurag Kumar,
Flying Officer Prerit Kaliraman,
Flying Officer Prateek Pannu,
Flying Officer Kothari Ashutosh Kunj Bihari,
Flying Officer Sahil Gusain,
Flying Officer Nilanjan Malik,
Flying Officer Kartik Lat,
Flying Officer Abhishek Patwal,
Flying Officer Pratyush Gautam,
Flying Officer Ashutosh,
Flying Officer Piyush Kumar,
Flying Officer Vikas Jha,
Flying Officer Abhyuday Singh,
Flying Officer Avnendra Singh,
Flying Officer Anish Pandey,
Flying Officer Kedar Chaya,
Flying Officer Afreed Afroz,
Flying Officer Rahul Sharma,
Flying Officer Dheeraj Sehrawat,
Flying Officer Urja Khera.
Flying Officer Harsh Chauhan.
Flying Officer Himanshu Singh Mehra.
Flying Officer Priyanshu Kashyap.
Flying Officer Ojaswit Singh Pathania.
Flying Officer Sandhya Sihag.
Flying Officer Dhruv Singh.
Flying Officer Divya Man.
Flying Officer Saurav Krishna.
Flying Officer Prince Lahan.
Flying Officer Deven Kaushik.
Flying Officer Athar Avinash Debe.
Flying Officer Ayush Bhatt.
Flying Officer Akshay Ranjan.
Flying Officer Keshav Singh Chib.
Flying Officer Bhanwar Nagendra Singh Rathore.
Flying Officer Jayant Raikar.
Flying Officer Amit Kumar.
Flying Officer Mohit Kumar.
Flying Officer Rishabh Singh.
Flying Officer Rajvansh Sharma.
Flying Officer Shubham Anand.
Flying Officer Aditya Suresh.
Flying Officer Mohit.
Flying Officer Anish Kulkarni.
Flying Officer Gondalia Mitul Bhaskar Bhai.
Flying Officer Vatsome Sorathia.
Flying Officer Sudhanshu Shekhar Singh.
Flying Officer Garvit Sharma.
Flying Officer Devesh Pandey.
Flying Officer Rishabh Mishra.
Flying Officer Bhavya Bhatt.
Flying Officer Pradeep Devli.
Flying Officer Mohit Kumar Jangir.
Flying Officer Raj Birender Rathod.
Flying Officer Mohammad Yashar.
Flying Officer Praveen Kumar.
Flying Officer Shriyansh Deep.
Flying Officer Anush Anthony De Silva.
Flying Officer Surya Pratap Rana.
Flying Officer Ashish.
Flying Officer Vidushi Gupta.
Flying Officer Kanwar Noor Singh Khera.
Flying Officer Bhavnish Kapoor.
Flying Officer Kamarthi Vishnu.
Flying Officer Devesh Tripathi.
Flying Officer Navneet Sahu.
Flying Officer Priyank Singh Negi.
Flying Officer Siddharth Bharadwaj.
Flying Officer Aryan Singh.
Flying Officer Sujay Jadhav.
Flying Officer Mukul Goyal.
Flying Officer Manvi.
Flying Officer Shaumitra Suba.
Flying Officer Rashika Sharma.
Flying Officer Y. Prahul Kumar.
Flying Officer Taufiq Raza.
Flying Officer Bappa Mandal.
Flying Officer Prateek Pradhan.
Flying Officer Ashish Kumar Patra.
Flying Officer Bhavya Bhavim Dhyani.
Flying Officer Akhilesh Goswami.
Flying Officer Parth Mungi.
Flying Officer Sanchita Singh.
Flying Officer Nawang Norbu.
Flying Officer Patil Ghansham.
Flying Officer Shrija Yadav.
Flying Officer Aryan Sharma.
Flying Officer Rajat Bora.
Flying Officer Zubiksha Thakur.
Flying Officer Pritam Samaddar.
Flying Officer Advait Verma.
Flying Officer Atharva Ozarde.
Flying Officer Yogesh Chandra Pandey.
Flying Officer Vaibhav Nehra.
Flying Officer Sri Hari Ravi.
Flying Officer Shri Badri Narayanan R.
Flying Officer Dalpat Singh.
Flying Officer Abhishek Suryavanshi.
Flying Officer Kavya Ameta.
Flying Officer Atharva Atul Bachal.
Flying Officer Akashdeep Singh.
Flying Officer Sujit.
Flying Officer Nischay Pokhriyal.
Flying Officer Sushant Bhatedia.
Flying Officer Sudhanshu Malik.
Flying Officer Harshit Eri.
Flying Officer Sumit Chaudhary.
Flying Officer Komal Kaur.
Flying Officer Sankalp Shukla.
Flying Officer Shubham Sharma.
Flying Officer Ankush Kadyan.
Flying Officer Dishant Pandey.
Flying Officer Yashraj Yadav.
Flying Officer Lalit Gautam.
Flying Officer Shubham Kumar.
Flying Officer Pulkit Ratra.
Flying Officer Surinder Singh.
Flying Officer Harsimran Kaur Oberoi.
Flying Officer Ronak Kumar.
Flying Officer Ritesh Manas.
Flying Officer Sagar Kalkal.
Flying Officer Animesh Prabhakar Musle.
Flying Officer P. Rahul.
Flying Officer Saurav Sharma.
Flying Officer Mahendra Pratap Singh.
Flying Officer Deepak Kumar.
Flying Officer Dev.
Flying Officer Platinum Arambam.
Flying Officer Shirish Ramaiya.
Flying Officer Bhavya Raj Yadav.
Flying Officer Kumar Kunal.
Flying Officer Ankit Yadav.
Flying Officer Sahil Kumar.
Flying Officer Ankit Kumar.
Flying Officer Shashwat Aryan.
Flying Officer Pranav Nath.
Flying Officer Pranjal Rawat.
Flying Officer Krishan Kumar.
Flying Officer Parvati R. Nair.
Flying Officer Abhinav Gorsi.
Flying Officer Banwari Chaudhary.
Flying Officer